Winter can be tough on your diesel engine. Sometimes it seems like cold weather causes more trouble for diesels than other engines. There's nothing worse than getting stuck out in the cold with an engine that won't start. Highway and Heavy Parts wants to help you avoid any engine issues with some tips to keep you from being stranded in the cold this winter.
Before we get into today's video, if you're looking to keep your diesel engine running at peak performance on the road, be sure to hit the subscribe button. End your search for answers and engine components with our industry-leading technical service and parts featured here at HHP. Also, be sure to check out highwayandheavyparts.com for our online resource library offering additional help for all major heavy-duty makes and models. Hit subscribe, get informed, get back on the road with America's trusted diesel engine parts supplier.
If your engine is equipped with glow plugs, you're not going to want to ignore them. Before the cold weather hits, make sure all your glow plugs are in good working order. Check those plugs with a test light to ensure they are working well. This test light shows you which glow plugs have power. Similarly, an ohm meter can tell you if the plug is open or shortened, a common failure. You'll obviously want to replace any failed or damaged glow plugs. We recommend buying quality replacements. They'll be cheaper than paying for multiple replacements throughout the season. The battery in your diesel engine does not like the cold, so you want to make sure it's in the best working condition before it gets cold. Don't just check the voltage, make sure you're doing a load test as well. If the batteries seem borderline, it's best to replace before the cold makes them fully fail, leaving you stranded. It can be a good idea to check the age of your alternator at the same time. Low temperatures can cause problems even for healthy batteries. If the winter is looking especially cold, you might want to consider a battery warmer. We also strongly recommend checking your entire cooling system, including your hoses, clamps, radiator, and coolant. Making sure that you have the proper ratio of water and antifreeze in your system can help prevent frozen water from damaging your block and cylinder liners. This could lead to an entire engine replacement. It probably feels like a big chore to check the whole system, but it could really save you in the long run. You should also check your fuel filter and make sure it's clean and clog-free. Fuel can freeze easily on a clogged fuel filter, making the problem even worse. Replacing an old filter can help decrease the amount of clogging you'll see throughout the season. The paraffin in diesel can lead to hardening or gelling in low temps, which is usually a concern unless it's extremely cold. Since diesel fuel isn't always the same quality from place to place, the freezing point might differ depending on where you fill up. But it's possible to prepare your fuel so that it doesn't freeze. A fuel additive can help ensure that you're not seeing any gelling. There are even some additives that can ungel fuel in case of an emergency. Using a block heater can also help your engine. Because diesel engines don't like the cold, a block heater can help keep your block and oil warm, which prevents a cold start. Test the heater before it gets cold to ensure it's working properly so you're not taken by surprise. It's important that your tires are in good shape going into winter. You need them to handle the snow and ice. Be sure that they have the proper amount of air and a decent tread. Adjust the air as needed and replace balding tires. It's also important that you use the correct type of tires. For example, if you usually drive with a mud tire on your truck, you might want to switch to ones with a larger surface area, giving you more traction in slick conditions. Snow chains are also an option, but be sure to check state laws before using them. Don't ignore your windshield wipers. If you haven't replaced them in a while, do so. It's a relatively inexpensive replacement, and you'll thank yourself for the visibility. If you notice any chips or cracks in your windshield, get it repaired as soon as you can. A small chip can turn into a much bigger problem in cold weather. Lastly, be sure to have an emergency supply kit ready. Even with the best preparation, you still might find yourself stuck. Some things you might want to include are water, food, hazard signs, blankets, flashlight, and batteries, first aid kit, hat and gloves, shovel, flares, tire chains, tow strap, and extra engine fluids. Our mission is to take the risk out of buying diesel engine parts for our customers. So, if you're looking for affordable, OEM quality diesel engine parts with expert advice on the other end of the line, we're here to help. If you have any questions, you can call any of our ASE certified technicians at 844-447-1453, or you can chat with us online at highwayandheavyparts.com. Be sure to like this video and hit the subscribe button on YouTube, Facebook, and all our additional social media channels to stay up to date on all news and information from Highway and Heavy Parts. From diagnosis through delivery, we will be there.